into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be it's because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. It's me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Sunday fun day, as my girl Treese would say. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a great day. Hope you had a great weekend. It is officially June. Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through 2025. And we're almost halfway. At the end of this month, we'll be halfway through. And it has been a doozy. But make sure you are keeping up on all your energy and all of the things with Black Girl Vitamins. Don't forget, discount code ReallyBTV is still good on your first order of it's good for 20% off of your first order. And listen, if you have more than one email, use it. Okay. All right, you guys. Also, don't forget Books and Bourbon is coming. It is coming up soon too, honey. Books and Bourbon is on the way. Do not forget, it is the weekend of October the 10th through the 12th. If you don't know what Books and Bourbon is, we are going to the Louisville Book Festival the weekend of October the 10th through the 12th. We will be hanging out. We'll be going to some distilleries. We'll be getting some good books, and we'll just be having a really good time. We do have a hotel link. I don't know how many more rooms are available at that rate that I got. It's a really, really good rate. I do know one person had to cancel, so they they canceled their room, which added their room in. And here is your VIP package, you guys. If you want to join us, the VIP package is $150. It does include a t-shirt. It includes your entry into 2 distilleries, and it includes transportation. If we have to take transportation that weekend, it will include the transportation to the distillery because the book fair is in walking distance. It's going to be at the same place it was last year instead of the Ali Center. And also swag from the book festival, a mug, a book, a t-shirt, something from the book festival. So that is the VIP package. The last date for that is August the 1st. That is the last date for that, August the 1st. Okay. All right, you guys. Now listen. For those of you that are not new here, hold on. Oh shoot, my phone. Hold on. Somebody just shit. Hold on. Oh, child. Anyway. Also, I thought I got an important text, but it's not. Just one of my group chats texting, child. It is also the beginning of Pride. June the 1st is Pride Month. And listen, we're not going to let no orange taco in the White House ruin a good time, okay? Pride is very important. It commemorates Stonewall, which happened June the 28th of 1969. So if you are part of the Rainbow Coalition or you have friends or family that is a part of the Rainbow Coalition, make sure that you guys, commemorate it, okay? Do something, spend some time, learn some things, educate yourselves. Don't be like Just Hilarious out here. Okay, don't be running around just being ignorant for no damn reason. Last but not least of the church announcements, we are going into birthday season. My birthday is July the 2nd. Listen, I am going to do a birthday wish list because I always ask y'all, should I do one? And y'all always say yes. So for the new people who are here and for the old people too, but for the new people, listen, nobody has to do anything for me. Nobody has to buy me anything. Nobody has to cash at me or anything of those along those nature. You can, and it is appreciated if you do. So when I drop my wish list link, please, I don't want anybody to feel like they have to buy anything. we will have a birthday party here online, as we always do for my birthday, where I will do an unboxing and we'll unbox all the things. I know that this year Amazon is not one of the preferred ways that we spend our money. However, we do. Your niece must be a beautiful, beautiful woman, young lady, I should say. However, I honestly don't know how else to do a wish list. But if you listen, feel free to reach out to me on the sidebar if you want to do something outside of Amazon, and I can get you an address. I just don't want to put a address out there publicly. But some other places I like to shop are, y'all know I love my t-shirts. So it's like it's a website called Eady's Tees. There's a website called T Public that I love. I love t-shirts from off of there. So anyway, I'll be dropping that tomorrow. I'll give it a month, and I will let you guys know when we're going to do the birthday party, because I do not. Hey, Citizen Jane, I am glad to see you. Yes, you have been MIA, especially with all this Diddy stuff going on, girl. I was surprised I ain't seen you around, honey. But it's good to see you, and I hope all is well. But yeah, so I'll be dropping that tomorrow, and like I said, we will be having a birthday party. I cannot tell you exactly what day yet, because I'm not sure the plans around my birthday as of right now. But I will let you. Well, yeah, of course, y'all know I love polo. But I would not ask y'all to buy polo, but I do love polo. Gift cards are always, always a good thing. Gift cards are always a great thing as well. So anyway, so I believe those are all of the church announcements. Okay. Let's get into it. Let me say hi to the people. I see Tracy has already opened the bar. We are already at 129 people. I see Don is here. He gonna get on his usher duties in a minute. Well, he already been on his usher duties, child. And we've already gifted our memberships for the month of June. So if you received the membership, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the members only content over the next month. And maybe you'll enjoy it so much you'll continue to be a member. What's up, Tan? Hey, Rock Chick, Mamiana, Informed, Below, Amber, Santavia, Southern Belle, Donzon, hey, Boo. What's up, Quake? Hey, what's up, Tracy, Ravine, Tawana, what's going on? Hey, Auntie Eva. Let me see. Let me keep scrolling. Amber, Malicia, Candy, Nicole, Makia. What's up, Nay? What's up, Ray? Hey, Boo. Lil Baby. Nap Queen. Crazy Homebody Girl. J Diva. Amir. What's up, Fedora? Hey, Star. What's going on? Hey, Montrez. Cindy. Lauren Bishop. Child, you're going to get another one before we over with. I got to do my Real Housewives of Atlanta, so y'all can get 4 lives today, honey. I've been working. Tracy say the bar is open. She has a cherry Tom Collins, a blackberry margarita, watermelon mojito, and a double dark Mai Tai. Let me try that black cherry Tom Collins. And y'all know that ain't even my stilo, but the black cherry has me intrigued. Grown woman, don't try me. What's going on? Hey, Cindy C. Jones. Also, what people also can do is purchase e-gift cards as well. You don't have to worry about an address. You can get Airbnb, food places, even a Visa. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, thank you, Zon. So you can do gift cards as well. Oh, yes, I did. I've heard of those before. Yes, I have. Kawale, hey, I've been missing so many lives because my mom's been in the hospital since April the 10th. Well, we're going to send some positive vibes and prayers to your mom. I hope you and the family are doing well, and I hope your mom is feeling better. Getting stronger every day. Thank you for the kind words. I got to see Cross Country Cruiser. Y'all know she had surgery last week, so we got to get her to pop in. It's been a minute since I've been on live, but one of the members was having knee surgery. Yeah, that's Cross Country Cruiser. I think she was in El Teddy's live, but I haven't seen her in my live. Girl, the bookstore don't have a wish list. I want books more than everything else. Oh, you want books more than everything else. Do I want books more than everything else? I don't know if that's what I want more than everything else. Hey, Tiffany, what's up, Brandon? I do have books on my wish list, though. On my Amazon wish list, I do. DB, Catherine. Hey, what's going on? Official Carla Lorraine. Hey, boo. Gabby, Felicia, Nikki B. All right, I think we're getting to the bottom, y'all. We getting to the bottom. Okay. If anybody else I missed, charge it to my head, not my heart, y'all. Let's get ready to get into some things. So y'all know Friday night I went to go see the TS, the Madison of it all. Went to the TS Madison Craig show. Y'all know I'm still not comfortable saying that word, the title of the show, but it is what it is. There we go. I put it on my Instagram. I haven't loaded it up on here yet, but there it is. There's us on Friday. It was a good time. I got to see the Informed. We took a little picky pick together. I saw a few of my other subscribers. Oh shoot. Now I'm drawing a blank. It starts with an R. Don't kill me if you're in the bushes. But him and his sister, who I saw before, we had a good time. We had a good conversation. I met some new people. Powerful was there. Y'all know my subscriber Powerful was there. I have lost weight. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Yes, I have lost weight. Yeah, Craig baby was giving sparkle, honey. Craig was ooh, right? So listen, I got in trouble the last time because I came down here and I told y'all too much of their business, okay? But I will say this. I was given permission to repeat some things and some things I can't repeat. But it was let me say, first of all, it was a good show, right? Number one, it was a really good show. Had a good time. Always enjoy myself. It's always a good time. If they come to a city near you, y'all check them out. It's really, really a good time. She didn't really, okay, I thought she was going to drag Jess Hilarious, right? I just knew we was going to get a Jess Hilarious drag. But she said, I always tell my students, when I stop fussing is when you should worry, right? As long as I'm fussing at you, that means that I think you can do better. That means that I want you to do better. That means that I'm here to help you do better, right? When I stop fussing, when I just kind of let you do whatever you're doing, that means that in my mind, I have decided this the best it's going to get. I just don't have nothing else for you. I saw them in January, wasn't and to see them this time. Oh, you wasn't able to see them this time. Oh, I understand. Listen, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Her attitude about Jess Hilarious at this point was, listen, I done already told you who that woman is. I done already told you what her intentions are, and I ain't got nothing else for it. And her thing is because she has a valid point. She said, because if I had spoken on it, then that is what the blogs would have picked up, right? And then it would have turned into Madison hate women, which is what y'all was getting on me about last week when I did my video about Madison and Kaia, and y'all kept coming at me talking about how T.S. Madison hate women, and I'm still waiting for y'all to give me those examples. I am still waiting for you to give me the example of what T.S. Madison said that was an indictment on all women. I'm still waiting for it, but moving right along. So she was like, honestly, she just kept quiet. And that's why she really hasn't had a whole lot to say about the Jess Hilarious situation. Because honestly, what more is there left to say? When a person shows you who they are, just believe them. This woman has showed us, listen, she don't like trans people. Period. She doesn't like trans people. She's disrespectful. She does not respect trans people. She is disrespectful of trans people. And you know what? It's America. She has every right to do all of that. But what we have a right to do is pay her no mind. What we have a right to do is not support her, which means don't subscribe to her social media, which means don't go to her comedy shows, which means if she's a part of something and you feel inclined to not be a part of it, do that. That is what, at this point, all that's left to do with Jess Hilarious. Because she is unapologetic about her phobia. I don't know what else y'all want from people. Y'all want us to keep giving y'all examples? That woman, Lene, and I apologize that I was so ignorant to who Lene was. And once I went back, I said, I know who she is. I just didn't know that you know what I'm saying. I had seen her in other spaces. when that woman was sitting there minding her good business, being interviewed, talking about finding a partner, talking about the type of people she's looking for in a mate, talking about that she just broke up with somebody, not just broke up, but she was currently single, and what her prayer is for the person that God is going to send her. That is what that woman was talking about. That is what that woman was talking about. And then you descend and interrupt with the woman. You didn't even wait for the woman to stop talking. You literally interrupted her and said, well, I want for you is to understand that only women can have babies. I could even see if they were talking about trans people. I could even see if they were talking about LGBTQ. But girl, none of the above. She's your Spelman sister. I didn't go to Spelman, Ravine. I mean, we all in the sisterhood, you know, with the Bennett, but I just don't want I don't want nobody out here saying she said I thought she went. I went to Bennett, but we all in the sisterhood. Right. Again, if they were on the topic, even though it still was an ignorant statement, it would have at least been in the conversation. Girl, what were you thinking about? Like, it was like Tourette's. So anyway, so TS, that was her piece on that. No problem, Ravine, girl. No problem. I just don't see, you know, that's how rumors get started. Anyway, so then she spoke on child, they did a real, they you know, they had to get on Charles and Nida that was doing their meet and greet down to the Steak and Shake, child. That was funny. Then we had a really good conversation about Black men dating white women. And it sort of evolved into something totally different, but it was a really good conversation as it relates to Black men who date outside of their race and Black women who end up dating outside of their race and stuff like that. So it was a good conversation. You know that they're turning their show into the talk. Yeah, I know I hate saying that word. Anyway, the talk, their show is going to be, they're shopping it. They're creating a pilot to shop a TV version of it. So, so they filmed. So that's why I didn't have a lot of footage, because we had to put our phones away. We were able to take pictures, and like a few people were sneaking videos and stuff. But basically, once they both came out on stage, they asked us to put our phones away, and I was trying to be respectful of that. So I did not take a bunch of pictures and a bunch of footage from the show, because they are filming it for a pilot. They did the Baltimore show, the DC show. I'm not sure what other shows they have coming up. So you may see your girl on TV, honey. If they pan the crowd, you may see your girl on the pilot, depending on what they choose to do and how they choose to edit it and splice it up and stuff like that. So shouts out to them. Congratulations to them. From my understanding, it may be on like a streaming service, like what's that? Is it True Black? Where the show that T.S. Madison is on, that Candace is in. I think Erica Mena was on it. T.S. Madison and Candace Dillard was on it. That network, whatever that network, like, is it True Black or whatever that network is, that streaming network? It may be on there. So congratulations to them for that. Now, as far as the Kaia thing is concerned, she did speak on Kaia again. And what she said, all Black, thank you, DB, all Black, the All Black network. So I think that's because the person that is helping them do the pilot is also the producer of that show. So I think that's kind of where it may be. So let me say this to y'all. She spoke on Kaia again. And what she was saying was, she was like, I need people to understand. My beef was, I wasn't even mad at Kaia. My beef wasn't even with Kaia. My beef was with those promoters, because she said basically those promoters knew Kaia was lying. She said, I have not talked to those promoters. I have not discouraged anybody from working with Kaia. I have done none of the above. None of the above. And they let her get on there and basically dog my name. You know what I'm saying? It makes it dog. You allowed them to dog my name. She said, and she didn't appreciate that. And that is where her anger really was. Now, of course, you know, her and Kaia beef go back 10 years. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be with them. But she said at the end of the day, she has actually helped Kaia make money. And which she alluded to in the video where she drugged Kaia. What am I say? Because I got permission to say stuff, but I want to make sure I don't say what I ain't get permission to say. But she said basically that, you know, she said, listen, I know Kaia don't make no money off her music because she's a bad businesswoman. I've seen her paperwork. Y'all know she said that. She said, you know, she has seen Kaia's paperwork. She said, but at the end of the day, as far as she went through the history of the Queen's Court again, for the people who weren't there when it happened, baby, I was there when it happened. I ain't need her to necessarily go through all of it. But basically, you know, she talked about how, you know, Kaia was the one that started talking first and how Kaia dogged her and drug her name. And she said, I really didn't respond until she mentioned my mama. Once she brought my mama's name up, then yes, I responded. And then I had something to say. She said, but at the end of the day, she said, I will always acknowledge that doing the show with her helped push me further to where I wanted to be. But I'm not going to allow her to take credit for my success because she did not. You know what I'm saying? I thought they had beef about the Tamar. No. The Tamar and Escape concert they was on the same page with that. They had beef over the Monique interview. Well, when I say they was on the same page, they were cool with that. Like, I feel like it was a situation where Tamar invited them and then Escape got them kicked out because of the way they be dragging Escape on the show. You know, however that went. But that was cool. No, that's not what broke them up. They were good after that. It was that damn Monique interview. And again, Maddie accepted her part in the responsibility and saying, listen, I was trying to update the equipment. I wanted better equipment. She said, we had Monique. Monique is a Oscar winning actress. So I felt like we needed to give her that level of respect when we were interviewing her. So yes, I you know, she said, and where I made my mistake was I should have done a dry run before the show. You know, Saturday when they put that stuff in, when they came to my house and hooked all the equipment up, I should have done a dry run and made sure everything was everything. She said, but at the end of the day, I don't apologize for wanting more. I don't apologize for wanting to upgrade the show. She said, and everything that I did, I ran it through her. She said, when we moved to the basement, she okayed that. The robes, the backdrop. She said, everything we did for the show, she was on board with. So for her to sit there and act like she didn't want to do none of it and da, you know. Now, I will say this, and then I'm going to move on to the next topic. Don, we talked about this last week, and I meant to, that's what I was going to call you about yesterday, but you know I forgot, child. Don, you were right about when she talked about a project that she got coming up in June. You were right about the project. So there's a project that's coming up at the end of June. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to be done with it for real. There's a project that you guys are going to see that T.S. Madison is a part of that's coming up this month, in the month of June. And the bag that she helped Kaia get, in that project, they want to use Next Caller. As you guys know, for those of you who remember the Queen Supreme Court, Next Caller was the song that came out of when they used to take call-ins and Kaia would cuss people out and then she'd be like, next caller. And then they turned it into a song and then it became like their intro song until they broke up. Well, on this particular project, the producer wanted to use the song Next Caller. And the producer came to TS and said, listen, if this is going to be an issue for you, we'll find something else. We'll find another song. I don't know how Next Caller played into what TS was doing, but whatever it was, they wanted to use Next Caller. But the producer came to TS and was like, listen, if you're not cool with it, we won't do no business with her. We'll find a way around it. We'll do something different. And TS said, oh no, use the song. Pay her. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pay her. Use the song. I ain't no hater. She said, because at the end of the day, I ain't no hater. She said, I ain't never trying to stop nobody's bag. I ain't trying to stop nobody's bag. She said, that's just not who I am. That's not who I am. As much as people try to turn her out to be this nasty villain, she said, I'm not trying to stop nobody's bag. If they want to use the song, I told them, go ahead. Call her manager and use the song. Pay the money. She said, so when she was going off and she was like, baby, that bag that you about to get, I did that because I could have stopped it. Because when they asked me, I could have said no. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So that was pretty much that. I mean, she kind of went through a little bit of the history. And again, if you knew the history, you knew it. But it was a really good show, you guys. Tia's been here all week because she did a lot of Pride events last week. But like I said, she said her beef is with those promoters. And she said that she's always nice to people. And she tells her staff to always be nice to people. She said, because you never know. She said the production assistant today might be the executive producer tomorrow. And you never know. She said in this industry, people go from carrying your water to getting $1 million deal, $1 billion deal to make a movie. And you never, ever know who you going to meet going up. And it might be the same people you meet coming down. So she said, I'm always nice. She said, so those promoters, she said, they are really they fucking up their relationship with me over what? Because they want to try to sell some tickets because they want to create some controversy, excuse me. So anyway, that was that. So it was a good show. It was a really, really good show. And y'all know whenever, if it's within my means, y'all know whenever TS come through, I'm going to make it my business to go and see her. Okay. All right. And I love the fact that it was a Friday night because, baby, them middle of the weeks, them Wednesday night shows, baby, had a sister dragging. Where's my pen? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, moving right along. Okay. Shout out to Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson has joined the elite cross-country cruiser. We were looking for you. How are you feeling? Your replacement, you ended up staying in the hospital 2 days due to pain. I'm home walking, exercising my knee. I'm so blessed. Thank you all for the praise. Because somebody just asked about you earlier. They sure did. And I said, well, I think she dropped down over at El Teddy's, and there she go. Gifted memberships. Thank you so much. From the janitor to the CEO, you never know it. I call it ladder dynamics, the life of the ladder system. Thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. Look at you. You convalescing and you gifting memberships, honey. Thank you. Let me see who got them. Ooh, hold on. Let me see who got the memberships, boo. Okay, hold on, y'all. Lord have mercy. Look, y'all know every time I open up my phone, there's something else there. Hold on. Okay, here we go. What the hell? Okay, congratulations to DB, JJ from BK, CC, Danielle, Cole, and Colamet. Congratulations to you guys for getting memberships. If you're here, drop down and say thank you to Cross Country Cruiser. All right. All right, where we gonna go next, honey? You know, we gotta talk about some of these things. We gotta talk about that. Oh, yeah, I was talking about Janet Jackson, child. Congratulations to Janet Jackson, who has joined the ranks of Tina Turner. Let me get it right, honey. I want to give her props correctly. Janet Jackson. Sure. I just had it. Here it is right here. Janet Jackson makes history as Together Again tour surpasses $100 million gross and 1 million tickets sold. So congratulations to Janet Jackson. The only other woman to do that was Tina Turner. So congratulations, girl. Y'all know that's my girl. I'm one of them 1 million. I'm one of those 1 million tickets. Now, I wonder if they count the residency in that number. Like now that she's on Vegas, I don't know if her Vegas residency is called Together Again, but I wonder if that's counted in that number. That's an interesting question. Now, I will say this, I forgot to mention this last week. I will say this, and I need y'all to be paying attention to these things because I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to change what I said until I'm proven wrong. I'm still holding on to the fact that Beyonce is going to end up doing a residency in Vegas. I'm still powerful. I just talked about you. I just talked about the T.S. Madison show. I don't know if y'all paid attention. The media is using the term residency. Have anybody paid attention to that? I just saw an article where they referred to her SoFi. Remember, she was there for like four nights in a row, and then she went to Chicago, and then she went to New York, or New York then Chicago, whichever happened. I don't remember what order, but they're using the term. I saw they said Beyonce just wrapped up her New York residency. Since when do they call those residencies when somebody comes and stays and just does a couple of shows in one city on a tour? Have y'all heard that before? And maybe, listen, prove me wrong. If y'all heard it before, y'all tell me y'all heard it before. Have y'all heard them use that term before, residency? Now, if y'all heard it, y'all tell me, but I've never heard them talk about, oh, so-and-so is finishing up their residency because they did 5 shows in one city. And artists do it. Thank you, another round. I've never heard it for a tour, but I find it interesting. I understand that Xavier said she's done a residency before. I understand that, but because she did a residency in Vegas in Atlantic City that what was that place in Revel? Wasn't she there at Revel and they called it like a mini residency or something like that? But I've never heard them talk about a residency while somebody is on a tour. So I find it interesting that they're using the verbiage. But anyway, moving right along. Like I said, I'm going to stick by that one until it ain't the truth. I'm sticking by it. Move right along. Shout out to E40. E40 is going to be doing a Tiny Desk concert this month, the month of June. I believe it's already been filmed. It's just they're going to drop it. Let me tell y'all something. Yes, my Cancer sister, Cancer season is loading. Let me tell y'all something. No, I'm talking about the tour. On the Residence tour, she had a residency. On the Renaissance tour, she had a residency in London. Okay. All right. Well, I said, tell me. So Xavier told me. Thank you, boo. Now, let me say this. If y'all are sleeping on these Tiny Desk concerts, I don't know what to tell y'all. One of my hotel club members sent me an email to enter for 6 free tickets to see Beyonce in Atlanta. Said it was one of her last shows for this tour. I believe it is. Kawali, listen, you put them cancers there for Cancer season. And as soon as I saw them cancers, I said, well, I want some crabs. Baby, I'm going to give me some crabs this weekend. I know it's Sunday, but I'm talking about next weekend. I'm going to give me some crabs next Saturday. I don't think I had nothing to do Saturday either. I hope my schedule stay open because if not, I'm gonna get up on Saturday morning and go get me some crabs. It's a crab truck right down the street. I'm gonna go get me some crabs on Saturday, honey. I'm gonna go get me some big ones too. I want some crabs. Anyway, if y'all are sleeping on them Tiny Desk concerts, baby, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all better get y'all life in order, okay? But because when I tell y'all that Scarface, Tiny Desk, first of all, Scarface is one of my favorite rappers. So let me start there. Scarface is one of my favorite rappers. But his Tiny Desk, when I say it gets me right every time, I know I think by this time it's probably got about 10 million views and probably 1 million on my mind. I would love to go to a tiny desk. I would love to go. Juveniles was good too. Juveniles was really, really good. But let me tell you who y'all might be sleeping on. And we talked about this before. Y'all might be sleeping on Nochi. Nochi? Where the camera at, child? Nochi. Noochie. Y'all might be sleeping on Nochi. Do y'all know Nochi? If y'all don't know Nochi, y'all go to y'all YouTube right now and y'all subscribe to Nochi. The Front Porch concerts, baby. If y'all are sleeping, because okay, so this is a DC area. Nochi is in DC. His house is in DC. I ain't gonna tell y'all where because it was a big deal. People was trying to find the house. I know where the house is. I know people who know Nochi. I know where the house is. Y'all, this in the DC area, and it started off with him doing mostly like go-go and stuff like that, but now it has expanded into doing like a baby. He did Smoky Norwood, Smoky Norwood. I said Smoky. MC Light, Eric Benet, what's his name? Lost Without You. Robin Thicke did one a few months ago. Baby, those are good too. Those are good too. Yeah, so if y'all better get subscribed. I'm telling you, those some good, and they're good little short. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gotta be there for 3 hours, honey. They good little short, little short ones. Okay, Big Daddy Kane was a good one. Selena Johnson, yeah, y'all, they're good. They're really good. If you sleeping on y'all get on over there and get you some. Makia, we don't do Snoop over here. We don't do Snoop over here. I'm sorry, I can't. We don't do Snoop. Now, he did do one, though, but we don't do Snoop over here. SWV's Tiny Desk was really good. Melanie Fiona's Front Porch was so good. It was so good. Have you seen it? I have seen the Cadillac concert. Those are kind of new coming through, right? Yeah, people are sleeping on Nochi. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So anyway, there's that. Tiffany Haddish, congratulations. She won her defamation lawsuit against her ex-friend, the one who alleged that she knew she was dropping them kids off to be violated by, what was his name? I don't even remember that man's, Ari Spears, the ex-friend. So congratulations. She won her lawsuit, child. She won her lawsuit. Okay. How do I say this without being rude? Oh, my next story. How do I say this without being rude? Condolences to the McKnight family on the passing of their son. You guys, we know over the last year or so, the drama between Brian McKnight and his children from his first marriage has been really nasty. From the outside looking in, we don't understand it. His son succumbed to colon cancer late last week. And from, Nico, thank you. From the last text that his son put out, that Nico put out, I'm gonna stop saying his son, child. The last text that Nico put out expressed how he really wanted to reconcile with his father, that he realized that, life is short and some things are just not worth it. So it does not sound like they reconciled prior to his death. All I can say is there's a special place in hell. In my opinion, this is me. There's a special place in hell for people who choose to not even in facing death, you can't put your personal feelings aside to say goodbye to your child. It's just a special place in hell for that, in my opinion. In my opinion. I pray for his mom. I pray for his siblings. And at the end of the day, he's just gonna have to deal with it. You know, like that's at the, you know, look, I don't have to answer for nobody else's shit. Brian McKnight, you're gonna have to answer for that. And that's gonna be an interesting conversation that you're gonna have with your creator. I don't know who you believe in, but I know who I believe in. And I just feel like that's an interesting conversation that you're gonna have to have with your creator. That's all I got to say about that. Moving right along. In news we don't really give a damn about. So AKA in Eady news. Yeah, he knew his son was sick because we knew his son was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like the public knew his son was sick, so he knew his son was sick because we knew his son was sick. Last year when they were going back and forth, we knew he was sick. So yeah, because he's been battling cancer for a while. I forgot what I was. Oh, Apollo. And we don't care news. I guess Apollo is letting us know that he has another child. This is Apollo Nida, Phaedra's ex-husband. I guess allegedly he went down to a podcast to tell his story about finding out he has another child. He said he found out while he was in jail. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to call bullshit on some of this story. I believe that Apollo knew he had that child when that child was born. I don't believe that Apollo just miraculously found out he had a child while he was in jail. Let me tell you why. Apollo said he got a letter in jail telling him he was the baby's father. And the way in which he gave them his DNA so that they could do a DNA test. Y'all want to hear how he said he sent the DNA down to the people so he could do the DNA? Y'all want to hear how he sent the DNA in to the people so they could do a DNA test? Y'all want to hear? He said that he took a piece of paper. He tore it up into pieces. He put it in his mouth and chewed it up so that his saliva would get on the paper. And then he put that paper in the envelope. And mailed it back. Now listen. I know that we have looked at years and years and years of CSI. We had CSI Las Vegas. We had CSI New York. We had CSI Cyber. We had CSI. Then they give us another CSI. Then we had the reboot, and we got Las Vegas all over again. Okay, right? not going to sit here and say, Miami, I knew I missed the city. Thank you, Lauren. I am not getting ready to sit here and say what cannot happen. Okay? Far be it for me to say what cannot happen. Because I know they can get DNA off the top of the head. Like, I know they can get it. But, sir, hey, you chewed up the paper and put it in the envelope and mailed it in. And they took that dried up paper, because by the time they got it, it was dried up. And they took that to a lab. Sir, why are we going to sit here and act like they can't just do the damn DNA while you in jail? Don't they do... Tracy, thank you. Tracy said they do DNA tests in jail all the time. Sir. So I say that I absolutely believe that he knew he had that child before he went to jail. I believe Portia knew about that. I mean, not Portia. What's the girl name? Phaedra knew about that child before he went to jail. I believe that they very much knew that child was around. Somebody asked me how old the baby is. I don't know. I don't know how old the child is. But the child old enough to have been around when he was in jail. And he was what? So the child must be about 10 years old, I guess. I don't know. But I don't believe that he just miraculously found out while he was locked up. Child by. And I'm going to say this. Hey, princess. Hey, boo. I'm going to say this. And if you did find out in jail, why are you telling us now? So you have been out of jail for about 5 years. You've been out of jail long enough to get married and get divorced. Sir, why are you telling us now? Like, first of all, don't none of us care? I mean, I already gave you more time than I should have on this conversation. I just had to explain to the people how crazy your story sounded. I just had to give the people your DNA story. That's the only reason. The only reason why I'm talking about this is because I wanted to tell y'all how he said that he got the DNA. I just wanted y'all to hear the story. That's all. But moving right along, child, because we do not care. Okay. In other Real Housewives of Atlanta news, Brit Eady is so fraudulent. Listen, the more and more I get to know Brit Eady, the madder and madder I get at Kenya Moore. Because Kenya Moore, you fucked up your bag for this woman. Okay? If you had just, gave her the Kenya Moore light, okay? If you had just gave her the Kenya Moore light and just hung around, baby, she would have exposed her damn self. Okay? Her damn self. So y'all know that bullshit event she had last week down to the country club. Okay. It's already been revealed that she still owes the decorator money. The decorator says she still has not been paid in full. Okay. So she's still waiting on her money. We found out that, yes, the media and the bloggers, the media people and the bloggers who were invited to that event, yes, they did eat. You know why? She made sure they got a plate. She made sure they got a plate so they wouldn't come down here and blast her ass for not having no food. But the other people outside of the media table still did not eat. So the ladies from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they ate. The media, the bloggers, Bingeworthy was there, House of Aaron was there, some other, bloggers and media people, they were there. She made sure they ate. But baby, it was still people sitting around there that had some chicken wingettes and some nachos. Okay. Then come to find out that the country club, the venue, the country club is now suing Brit's husband. Because I guess he's the one that signed the contract. So the country club is now suing Brit's husband. And shout out to Reality T for posting the paperwork. Okay, there is because people were saying because they put the story out and people was like, how do you know? Where's the proof? Well, baby, there's the proof. It's a seal on it. It's signed. For the amount of $9,900.06. It says, hold on, let me, child, Lord, I can't read it. It's saying, for golf inviting and banquet held at golf, I guess it's supposed to say golf event and banquet held at the name of the country club on July the 19th, 2024. The claim is in the amount of $9,900.06, $148 in interest. Now, this was filed back in September of 2024. So wait a minute, hold on. No. Yeah, September of 2024. So I cannot verify whether it has been resolved or not. What I can verify is that it was filed, signed, sealed, delivered. Okay, there's the seal and there's the signatures. So I can't say that this was resolved. I cannot say it was resolved. However, as of September the 12th, which was 2 months after your event, you still owed them people $10,000. Child, she could have just had that thing in her house. How did the check bounce? Payment is due prior to the event. Shireen, hey boo. Let me tell you something that I have learned. For people who are perceived to have money, the same rules don't apply. When people perceive that you have money, they won't let you play games with them like that. Same thing with that lady, that decorator. Why that lady still owed you money on the day of the event? Because after the event is over, people don't have an incentive to pay you. You know what I'm saying? So if it had been regular Joe Schmo coming up off the street, I bet you that same decorator would have been like, I need all my money or we not showing up. But because she was being filmed for the Real Housewives of Atlanta and she thought this lady had some money, she was like, okay, she can owe me the money. Okay, you gonna pay me? Oh, it's too many cameras around. You gonna pay me next week? Okay, girl. I'm just saying. The same rules don't apply, and the rich people be the ones that don't pay their bills. But you're right. Usually that's what they say. Money is paid. Money is due in full. She probably accepted the partial payment knowing that Brit was a celebrity and could possibly, yeah. And she probably thought, oh, I'm going to be on the show. It's going to be a good look, yada, yada, yada. She probably already gave that lady a discount because it's going to be on the show. Right. Yeah, there you go. Another round. Hey, boo. Perceived money and or connections. Absolutely. Okay, y'all. So let's get into some things. Okay. Now let's get into some of these other stories. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, I did forget this one. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. She is now creating an anime collaboration with Carl Jones, a producer from the Boondocks. So congratulations to her. Excuse me. We're going to send positive vibes and love to Monyetta Shaw Carter, who announced that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. So, we're going to send some positive vibes to her. If y'all don't know who Monyetta is, she was formerly married to, no, they were never married. She was formerly with Neo. They have 2 children together, and she was also on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend of last season. So we're going to send some positive vibes to her, okay? Brit didn't even drive off the car on that lot. Chat. Look, anybody can go to a car lot and do car shopping, baby. I can go to the Bentley lot and go get in a Bentley and test drive a Bentley. Hell, I can do that. She's in remission. Thank you. I thought that they said that she had gone through the fight. But she's just letting us know. But thank you, Gabby. She's in remission. I can go down to the car lot. I can go to the Bentley lot. I can go to the Porsche lot, the Lamborghini lot. I can go to any lot I want to. I just got to get them my ID. The people going to probably ride with me. They ain't going to let me take it off the lot by myself. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to let me drive that Bentley by myself, but I bet you I can go down to the Bentley car lot and go test drive one. Girl, ain't nobody impressed with you going to a lot test driving a luxury vehicle. Nobody's impressed with that. Impress me that you still driving it 5 years later like Kenya. People talk shit about Kenya and that Bentley, but baby Kenya still got that Bentley. Kim Zolciak, I know she ain't one of our favorite people, but baby Kim Zolciak drove off the lot with that car that Big Papa boy sure did, and we saw her in it. We saw her filming in it. Okay? No, that 10 carat ain't. You know what, Cameron? The ring probably is real. That's why she was so pressed about everybody seeing it and talking about it. The ring probably is real because that's why she made such a big deal about it. You know what? Probably is. What up, Jay? You made cabbage and thought about you. You remember? Oh, I love cabbage. I do. Oh, you know, I might make me some cabbage this week. Y'all can tell I'm being greedy. I'm not even hungry. I ate before I went live. That's why I was a little late because I was still finishing up my dinner. Honey. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, the husband probably does still owe on that ring. You right, grown woman. This list is 265 of y'all in here. It is a nice Sunday afternoon. If y'all can do me a favor, if you have not done so already, if y'all could please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, baby. Both of those things are free 99. Both of those things are free 99. They don't cost you nothing. If y'all could do that for me, please, I would really appreciate that. And while y'all are doing that, Don.
I said, close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Gonna make sure them doors are closed. If you want to put something in the collection plate, the doors are closed. Nobody gonna run up on us. This ain't Bishop Whitehead's church. Ain't nobody gonna run up on us. Okay? So go on, you can drop something in the cash app. You can hit the super chat. Okay? Moving right along. I first thought about you, started daydreaming about cabbage. Oh, hey Tam, and thank you, Tam, for the super chat. I mean to say that. Tam, thank you. That's all I meant to say. I didn't mean to say nothing else. Thank you. All right. Mir said the doors are closed. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into. We have the last couple of stories we're gonna get into, and then we're gonna get ready for the Real Housewives. Bishop Whitehead is down to the federal penitentiary. He is now known as inmate 12543267710. That's him. Okay. Thank you, grown woman. Don't try me. Grown woman, don't try me. Say, let me put something in the collection plate just because. Thank you. I love you just because. Yes. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Now he probably in jail braiding his boyfriend's hair. Xavier. I'm not doing this with you. Zion Williamson. Let's just talk about it. Zion Williamson is in some trouble. Now, for those who don't know, Zion Williamson is a basketball player. He played for Duke. He was like a top draft pick. I think he was the number 1 pick the year he came out. And he really just been in trouble ever since. He can't seem to keep his weight down. He's injury prone. And he just has not really lived up to the hype, okay? Now, he went to Duke. I could have told y'all. Y'all know I hate Duke. Anyway, moving right along. So let me just read y'all a little something. Zion Williamson accused of RAPE and years of violently abusing ex-girlfriend in a new lawsuit. Now, I know Don broke this down over there. He's doing some research, honey. So y'all can go check that out over there. But let's just read through this little People magazine article, honey. The Pelicans player allegedly used cocaine and threatened to have his security guard unalive the woman and her parents, according to the complaint. NBA star, thank you, Ravine. Yes, because I've been working hard today. I have. Thank you, boo. Has been accused of RAPing, kidnapping, and terrorizing his ex-girlfriend, according to a complaint. A lawsuit filed by Jane Doe in Los Angeles County on Thursday, May the 29th, accuses the New Orleans Pelican power forward, who was selected he was first overall in the 2019 draft, of sexual assault over their year-long relationship that allegedly began in 2018 when Williamson was playing for Duke. Williamson has denied all allegations in a statement to People. His lawyers, Michael A. Belasco, said, "We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness and we unequivocally deny them. The allegations contained in the complaint are categorically false and reckless. This case shows a disturbing pattern of coercive control, threats, and domination, including stalking, strangulation, and threats with a loaded firearm." Mr. Williamson used his wealth, and this is a quote from the lawsuit. Mr. Williamson used his wealth and fame to isolate, silence, and control my client, who only after many months of medical treatment and counseling is able to come forward and describe what she endured. The published response by Mr. Williamson's attorneys contain a number of misrepresentations, but this is not the time to conduct that debate, says co-counsel Sam E. Oh, okay, not misrepresentations. Okay. All right, then. Taylor also said the Leitner law firm, said, "We have every intent to take this matter to trial, openly hold Mr. Williamson accountable, and send a message that no one is above the law. Each of these claims is supported by witnesses and corroborating evidence, but this filing still requires extraordinary courage on her part." Thank you, another round, boo. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate the love, y'all. I do. According to the filing, the woman alleges that Williamson violently assaulted her on September the 23rd, 2020 at a home he was renting in Beverly Hills, California. The complaint claims the athlete called her derogatory names and refused to let her sleep without having sex with him. When the woman apparently said no, he allegedly pinned her to the bed with her hands behind her back and assaulted her. According to the documents, Williamson then allegedly took the woman's phone and threw it across the room before he choked her and yelled at her for talking too much. The victim claims she didn't get her phone back for a period of time. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you, boo. Per the complaint, a second assault allegedly occurred Weeks later, on October the 10th, after the woman told the basketball player she wanted to visit friends in San Diego. In response, Williamson allegedly picked her up, threw her down to the ground, and pinned her shoulders down so she could not move before he violently assaulted her, the woman, in multiple ways. Williamson then allegedly kept the woman's laptop and phone for a period of time so that she could not contact anyone to secure a ride elsewhere, report the assault, or seek medical care, per the filing. The complaint states the two assaults were not isolated and claims that Pelican Star continued to abuse, assault, and batter her in multiple states, including strangling the plaintiff with such force that she reasonably feared for her life until she eventually lost consciousness, until the conclusion of their relationship in 2023. Williamson, who's listed at 284 pounds on his NBA profile, is accused of forcibly pressing his hands over the woman's nose and mouth in a manner that prevented her from being able to breathe and caused her reasonable fear. In the complaint, the victim also claims he violently kicked her with great force on multiple occasions. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I'm going to look in a minute to find out who got them. Congratulations to those who got them. Let me finish reading this article. Thank you, Carla, Lorraine. I appreciate you, my love. The woman claims... Oh, I read that. Wait a minute. No, I didn't. The woman claims in the complaint that Williamson threatened the lives of her family members on multiple occasions, including threatening to have his paid security guard shoot her in the head while the security guard was present and carrying a loaded firearm. Oh, Lord. And threatened to have his paid security guard unalive her parents after informing plaintiff that he knows their home address. Wow. She's also claiming that Williamson was either drunk or on cocaine when many of the wrongful acts were committed. Per the complaint in 2022, an incident in Louisiana apparently resulted in the woman's head being struck with such force that she lost consciousness after Williamson allegedly slammed a car door shut so violently that it caused the door to strike her in the head. Also in 2022, the woman claims Williamson pointed a loaded firearm at her head, causing her to fear for her life. When she threatened to break up with Williamson, he allegedly threatened to distribute nude photos and images of her. Sounds familiar, huh? As a result of the alleged abuse, lawyers for Williamson's accuser says that she has suffered severe emotional distress, anxiety, depression, humiliation, loss of sleep, and other physical and emotional injuries. The complaint also says that she has incurred expenses for medical and psychological treatment, therapy, and counseling. According to Williamson's lawyer, the basketball player and the plaintiff never dated, but did maintain a consensual, casual relationship that began more than 6 years ago. When he was 18 years old, that relationship ended years ago. Velasquez said that after the woman started demanding money, Williamson reported the plaintiff's extortion attempts to law enforcement and that he intends to file a counterclaim and seek a significant amount of damages for this defamatory lawsuit. Well, I mean, now there is another woman that came out, a scripper, and she is accusing Williamson of assaulting her as well. So yeah, it says here, adult film star considering lawsuit against Zion Williamson after recent allegations surfaced. So I guess she got a story to tell too, allegedly. I mean, the fact that he's admitting to the fact that he had a relationship with this woman, I think that's just, listen. See, that's that opening up the back door. Oh, thank you, Daz, for letting me know because I did not see it. Thank you. Tam sent me a super chat too. Thank you so much because I did not see it. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you, Tam. I'm so sorry, my baby. I didn't see it. Thank you for the super chat, my love. Let me see who the got the gifted memberships, you guys. And then we're going to get into our last two stories. And y'all might be surprised at my point of view on one of these stories. Y'all might be surprised. Hold on. Let me see here. Congratulations to Shireen Youngblood, Makia, CJ, Julian, and Kareem. Congratulations, you guys, for gifted memberships by courtesy of Carla Lorraine. And thank you again, Carla Lorraine, for gifting those memberships. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for the love y'all done shown me when we closed them doors, honey. Don closed them doors and y'all put money in the collection plate, and I appreciate that. I do. All right, so let me see. Hold on. Let me go to the comments. Okay. Didn't he also just have a baby like 3 months ago? Yeah, he got a lot of stuff going on, child. I know, Tam, and I appreciate it. Either way you bring it to me, y'all. Either way y'all give it to me, I appreciate it. But wasn't they a couple and broke up? This really suspicious because they broke up and remained friends. If he was not, why should keep going back? Oh, I don't know. Let me can I, y'all? And listen, Katrina, I love you, baby, and everybody has a right to their opinion. But can we retire that? Seriously, I really. Can we retire that statement? Seriously, I'm so serious right now. Can we stop asking women why they go back? We know the answer. Like, we know the answer why women keep going back to abusive relationships, because it is a psychology of abuse. We know why women keep going back. Now, again, you have every right to choose not to believe the story. That's fine. But to keep saying why they going back, we know why they go back. We may not like why they go back. We may not think that it would ever be us why they go back. That's fine. I can respect that. But we know why they go back. There is a psychology that is connected to abuse. And we, again, it's okay to say you just don't believe the woman. That's fine. That's your opinion. I can't tell nobody what to think. But now I'm okay with that one. Another round said, my new question is, what is your motive? Now because listen, we're not going to sit here and act like that, that everybody's motive is the same, because everybody's motive is not the same. So yeah, but anyway, it is what it is. Because again, I understand being skeptical. Listen, I get it. I understand being skeptical of stuff. I do, but I just, we know why women go back. Okay. I'm just saying, if anyone hits me, one of us going to end up beyond in the boneyard. I get what you're saying. And listen, and I can accept that too. I know that, like I said, I understand that everybody ain't. I get it. There are some people that absolutely going to be out the door. We spoke on Brian McKnight. Now, Catherine said that Brian McKnight finally acknowledged that his son passed away. Well, good the fuck for him. I'm sorry. It's okay, Kelly. And welcome from the UK. I just want to know how the girlfriend and Mariah Mills factor into this, and why does he own a home in California? Didn't they say he was renting a home? I think he was renting a home in California. Now, I was thinking that too. I was like, why is he in California? But hey, listen, people have a right, especially if it's during the off season. I mean, if you want to rent a house, get him an Airbnb in California for a month. I mean, hey, Yeah, I did talk about Brian McKnight. Ultimately, I just feel like there's a special place in hell for him, and that's just my opinion. And I'm, sorry that his son passed away without them reconciling on some level. Not to mention that women think they can change a man. Boo, don't we think we can change a man? Ooh. K. Michelle said it famously. Can't raise a man. Can't raise a man. He was renting. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it said he was renting. All right, y'all. Let's get into Okay, let's get into this. These last couple of stories before we get ready for the real hot. Oh Lord, it's 8 o'clock, y'all. Y'all ain't tell me it was 8 o'clock. Why y'all let me sit here and talk till 8 o'clock? All right, we got here and get through these last two stories. Maybe I'll do this last story and we'll have to talk about Cardi B and Offset as a separate live because, baby, I want to get into Cardi B and Offset. We might have to do that as a separate live altogether. You know what? We're going to do a quick one and then maybe we'll go back and do it later. But let me talk about this. Dapper Dan, for those of y'all who do not know who Dapper Dan is the pioneer of, I would say, hip-hop fashion. He was the one that started doing the logo coats and the logo clothing and things of that nature. And once upon a time, he got arrested for stealing Gucci's logos and making unauthorized clothing to doing a collab with Gucci. And he has a whole fashion house now. He was one of the curators of the Met Gala because of the Dapper fashion, the Dapper theme. He absolutely is an icon. I love Dapper Dan, and I've always loved Dapper Dan. Well, unfortunately, it looks like Dapper Dan has had to send a cease and desist to his son and daughter. His son, Jelani Day, who was also in the fashion industry, and his daughter, who at one point in time, both of them were working for his fashion house. He fired them. Looks like he fired them like 2 years ago, but they have still been moving around and acting as if they are working for and representing his father and his father's company. So let me read you guys this cease and desist that Dapper Dan posted on his Instagram today. And I believe he's filed or is in the process of filing a lawsuit, but let's read through it. It says, Dear Jelani, by correspondence transmitted on May the 10th of 2021, you were notified that Daniel R. Day, aka Dapper Dan, voted and resolved that you are no longer authorized to conduct any business on behalf of Dapper Dan of Harlem, LLC. And that is May 10th of 2021. Okay. Another copy of the May 10th, 2021 corporate resolution is enclosed for your convenience. According to that resolution, you no longer have authority to transact any business on behalf of DDH. You shall not communicate with any third parties on behalf of DDH, and you shall not hold yourself out to be authorized to transact any business on behalf of DDH. To be clear, you are no longer authorized to represent DDH, conduct business of any sort on behalf of DDH, post anything on social media suggesting that you are representing DDH, or communicate with others in a manner implying that you represent the interests of DDH. You are not authorized to act on behalf of Dapper Dan, the individual. We have been informed that since you were initially notified on May the 10th of 2021, corporate resolution, you have continued to hold yourself out as acting on behalf of DDH. You are also, and you have acted in contradiction of that resolution. I don't know what that word is. That's a big lawyer word, but I believe it means, he was doing what he wasn't supposed to be doing. Okay. Please be advised that DDH and Daniel Day, on behalf of the Daniel Day Trust, as a majority shareholder of DDH, request that you immediately cease and desist acting in violation of the May 10th, 2021 resolution. Should you continue to disregard that resolution and the reinforced provisions, DDH and Daniel R. Day shall proceed accordingly to enforce their rights, seeking equitable relief and money damages if necessary. This was dated June the 9th of 2021. June the 9th of 2021. So now it looks like they can ready to sue him because it sounds like he didn't stop. Yeah, big lawyer word, child. Because this is 2021, but he posted this on his Instagram today. So I feel like he was sending a message to his son. In other words, sir, maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. Hold on. Actually, I apologize. This wasn't posted today. This was posted 2 days ago. I thank you, my kid. Thank you, boo. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just come back and talk about Cardi B and Offset. Because baby, this divorce is getting ugly. Offset $dollars in back taxes. He wants spousal support from Cardi B, and Cardi B then came down to the tiki-taki and aired his ass all the way out. Let it be known that he ain't seen his kids, that he's a stalker, and that she pays for everything out of her own pocket. He wants spousal support from her, and he also wants her to be responsible for the Atlanta house in which he lives in. She said, I'm in New York. I don't even live in that house. But I've been taking care of it. She says she spends about $50,000 a month to take care of her 4 kids, and he ain't gave her nothing towards it. He has not given her any money towards taking care of their children. She said between their private schools, they have a private driver that takes them to all of their activities, their gymnastics, their boxing, their swimming. Of course, I'm sure they got nannies. Okay. And they in private school. And she said, listen, you don't pay for nothing. You don't give me money for nothing. She said, I don't even ask you for nothing. Okay. She said, you keep calling and promising them that you're going to see them, and you keep breaking their heart. You keep telling them you're going to come to visit, and you don't come. She said, I have never stopped you from wanting to see your children or spend time with your kids. So, baby. Now, what I am going to do is try to get more information on this Dapper Dan situation, okay? I'm trying to get more information on this Dapper Dan situation because I do want to know what got them to this point. But it sounds like it's old, and it sounds like he is still out here making deals on behalf of using his father's name to maybe move around in the business industry, which could be dangerous if he fuck around and doesn't deliver or something, and he's saying he's doing it on behalf of Dapper Dan. It could be a bad look. It could really end up being a bad look, okay? But I'm going to try to get some more information on that. But that was posted 2 days ago. So I feel like he was, sending a message. So we'll get deeper into this Cardi B Offset situation because y'all know I got to get off of here because I got to watch the Real Housewives so I can be ready to come down here in about an hour because y'all will be looking for me. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.